victims do not get too far in life as far as on reaching their goals and their dreams. They might live a long life. They might live to 115, but they probably will not achieve their goals and their dreams until they stop playing the victim. People who do not play the victim, they're easily adaptable. They can quickly pivot to different things because they don't let the typical traps pull them down and keep them down. See, a lot of people think that if something happens in life, like, oh, I went to go to the grocery store to go shopping, my car battery didn't start. Man, see, the world must be against me. It must think I shouldn't feed my family. Now, let me go down to the rock house and go do this and not get the groceries because the universe said it wasn't meant for me to go to the grocery store. Silly things like that are going to be that victim mentality. People play and people put their own selves in predicaments to not do and not achieve things in life. They'll try to go up there and always deter somebody else. Good evening, and welcome to another episode of the Mindset Master Podcast. I'm your host, Tony Reed, and I'm also the proprietor of the podcast. Now, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about stop playing the victim in life. If you want to learn more about this topic, stay tuned to the end of this episode. The reason why I decided to talk about this topic today is going to be whenever you play the victim in life, it makes you a really cynical person. When you become a cynical person, you'll be the kind of person who will make up all kind of excuses as to why you can't do something. You know, this has to be this certain way before this can be this way over here. Nothing in life has to be set a certain way. Only you in your head, when you trying to play the victim, it has to be set up a certain way. Have you ever noticed most people who play the victim, they make their own worries, they make their own chaos in their own life, and they do things that actually slow themselves down in life, and they try to put it off on somebody else like it's somebody else's fault, the reason why they can't do and the reason they can't achieve the things that they want to do and the things that they really want to achieve in life. And nobody realistically can make your life not be a certain way, and you make your life be a certain way with the choices that you decide to make every single day of your life. Nobody can actually control your mindset. Nobody can control your thought process. They might control like where you live at. They might control the car you drive, how fast you go, you know, stuff like that. But nobody realistically can control your thought process but you. And see, if you become a victim in life, you'll start trying to make an invisible enemy. So, for example, let's just say if a person wants to start a business, the person has already saved up $1,000. The person goes down and they go talk to somebody who gives them completely false information about how to start a business. Like they went to go ask a person who has no idea on how to start a business, and then they gave them some bad advice. Peanut said, if you start a business, you're gonna mess around and get on drugs. Peanut said, if you go and start a business, that I gotta put my house up for foreclosure. You see how that person made an invisible enemy up as to why they couldn't start their own business? Peanut didn't prohibit them from getting the business started. Their mindset by playing a victim is what made them not get their business started. When somebody is trying to be a victim, they'll always make up some kind of reason, some kind of way, some kind of excuse on why something didn't work out on their behalf or on their benefit. But the thing is, they never ever blame themselves. Have you ever noticed that? They never blame themselves because it's hard to realistically take accountability in life, because it's not cool to take accountability for your actions in life unless it's something positive. 9 times out of 10, when you're trying to take accountability, it's going to be for something negative. And a lot of people don't like taking accountability because they like playing their victimhood, because it's always somebody else in life. It's always their problem. It's always the dad's problem because the dad whooped them as a kid. It's always their parents' problem because, oh, they got a divorce. It's always some kind of victim mentality that happens that people act like that they cannot do things in life. The moment that you start getting out of that victimized mentality, I guarantee you your life and things in your life will go a whole lot better and a whole lot smoother for you, because life is meant to be a blossom. Life is meant to be a rose. It's meant to bloom. It's not meant to be dark and chaotic. More people bring on more chaotic things in their life than actually life brings on to you. A lot of things in life are realistically your fault. You're sitting at home watching a football game, your lights get turned off. How you gonna be mad at the light company for cutting your lights off when you was 3 months behind paying your bill? You had the money to pay your light bill, but you just went out there and bought some liquor. You went out there and bought some drugs. You went out here and did this. You went to the club. You didn't prioritize yourself. How on earth can you be mad at the light company, leaving them a bad Yelp review, talking about, oh man, they did me wrong. They left me out in the cold, man. If the light bill is past due, that's because Tony Reed didn't do what he was supposed to do. And see, that's the thing. A lot of people who don't do what they supposed to do in life, that's the main ones who play the victim. But those same good people be the same ones that crushes people's dreams online. They'll go up and see some young kid go up there and done started like a YouTube business or something like that. And then that same person who plays the victim, they up there trying to tell that kid, oh man, your videos suck. Oh man, go back to school. They'll try to go up there and always deter somebody else from achieving the things in life that they can actually achieve in life because they want to play the victim. If you ever have anybody in your life who's trying to play the victim, be nice to them, but don't listen to anything that they say. Why would you want to listen to somebody who plays the victim in life? Because that's going to make you think it's okay and cool to play the victim in life. If you get to playing the victim in life, people don't feel sorry for you. People will be like that they feel sorry for you, just putting on the facade, just putting on the front for you, but they realistically are not going to really feel sorry for you. They're going to be like, man, you know what, man, dude brought that on himself. He shouldn't have cheated on his wife. If he wouldn't have cheated on his wife, then he wouldn't be paying $10,000 a month for alimony. When you stop trying to be the victim in life, stop acting like things just happen to you. See, nothing in life happened to you. The only thing that just happened to you in life was you being born to the particular parents who you were being born to. Other than that, everything else in life can be brought on self-imposed. You got some things that happen in life or whatnot that's out of your control. We ain't gonna get into that, but 99.9% of the things in life are in your control and they can be self-imposed depending on the particular decisions that you make in life. Victims always let things build up on them so they can always blame somebody else. If you like this episode today thus far, please press that like and subscribe button for me. Okay, so you didn't eat right and you didn't do what you were supposed to do. So you gained 45 pounds. But how you gonna go out there and be mad at the grocery store for selling this food right here? How you gonna go up there and try and give them a lawsuit because you did this, because you got yourself sick, because you overindulged in these key lime pies? How you gonna go out there and try and sue the company who made the key lime pie and act like, oh, you shouldn't put so much rich ingredients inside this pie? That's that victimized mentality right there. If somebody get to doing something like that, please don't pay them no mind and just know that that's a victim trying to get something going. That's the only thing about a victim. See, most victims, they act like they want to do something. Yeah, I want to get a business started. And then they find out how much time, effort, blood, sweat, tears, and equity that they have to put in. Oh shit, man, I ain't gonna do this right here, man. Man, the fee was too much. Oh man, it was this. But the fee wasn't too much. The man down there at the Notary Republic told you it was only $35 to get this paperwork right here notarized. The man at the bank only told you it was only $200 to get your business account started. That's nothing that would actually break the bank right there. You typically might would spend that eating out at these restaurants and doing things that you ain't got no business doing with your money. You played the victim and act like all of these stipulations were against you, and that's the reason why poor little old you couldn't get a business started. In life, you have to do what you need to do for your own self and for your own family. Nobody's coming to save your family. And see, that's how most people get that victimized mentality. Oh man, you know, I won the lottery. I won $3,000. Now my family, they got a divorce. This person died. See what happens when good things happen in life? Oh my gosh, that's why I don't expect for good things to happen. That's how people get to doing when they get to playing the victim. So if you ever around somebody and they get to talking they yip yap like that, please do not listen to any kind of advice that they have, because they don't have any sane, sound advice. They're not a good person in life to listen to if you don't want to be a victim. Now, if you want to be the victim and act like everything happened to you and that you had no part of any of this happening in your life, you had absolutely nothing to do with it, that's completely different. 9 times out of 10, you had something to do with it, but you just have to admit and just know that you had something to do with it and stop playing the victim. So other day, I was going down the road and I was stuck in traffic, and this guy was screaming at this police officer like, why did you pull me over? Why don't you go and get people who were doing real crimes? And the officer gently and politely said, sir, you was going 75 in a 20-mile-an-hour school zone, sir. See, the victim will always put the blame on somebody else whenever they do something wrong or silly in life. Think about that. I want you to really just sit back and think. Anytime you've ever seen somebody point the finger at somebody on something that they done wrong, that's a victim. That's what I want to leave you here with today, because I'm getting ready to close this episode out. In life, if you want to be the best person that you can absolutely be, you have to remember to never ever play a victim. Victims do not get too far in life as far as on reaching their goals and their dreams. They might live a long life. They might live to 115, but they probably will not achieve their goals and their dreams until they stop playing the victim. People who do not play the victim, they're easily adaptable. They can quickly pivot to different things because they don't let the typical traps pull them down and keep them down. See, a lot of people think that if something happens in life, like, oh, I went to go to the grocery store to go shopping, my car battery didn't start. Man, see, the world must be against me. It must think I shouldn't feed my family. Now, let me go down to the rock house and go do this and not get the groceries because the universe said it wasn't meant for me to go to the grocery store. Silly things like that are going to be that victim mentality. People play and people put their own selves in predicaments to not do and not achieve things in life. And that's the reason why I made this episode. So if you are teetering on the precipice of not taking accountability, and if you're teetering on the precipice of being a victim, please listen to this video before you become a victim, and don't fall into that victimized mentality, to the victimized trap, because once you fall into that trap, it's hard to get out that trap, just like quicksand. And that about wraps it up for today's episode. Until next time, I'll catch you later.